Hey YouTube, today we're going to build a picture frame for this great Manhattan street scene that my sister painted and gave to me. Looks like it's 3rd Avenue in New York. And we're going to build a frame worthy of this painting. So I have some plans here. I'm going to build this frame in 3 pieces. And the picture is going to sit on this shelf here, and the canvas is going to extend up even with the outer part of the frame. And the painted canvas is 20 inches by 30 inches, so I need to cut 12 boards, 1, 2, 3 for each side, and screw and glue them together. And I will take a router bit and route this bevel on the outer edge to give it a little shape. And I've got my dimensions here based on the size of the canvas of the boards I need to cut and how many of each board I need to cut. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, to build the frame, I've selected this framing stud. It's a 2x4 by 8 feet. I probably paid a couple bucks for it a few years ago. It's good and dried out, and it's nice and straight too. So it doesn't have a lot of knots in it. This board's probably $6 or $7 here at the end of 2021. Thanks, Joe. But anyway, it's going to be a good board. It's going to be painted when it's finished anyway, so it'll be a good, inexpensive way to build this frame. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this at about, I don't know, 40 inches. I need a couple of 30-inch pieces and a couple of 20-inch pieces, according to the diagram. And we'll go ahead and get started cutting the boards. Using the table saw, I ripped all the 2x4. I had to use two 2x4s. These are the leftover pieces. Into the 12 pieces I need to glue and screw together. So let's go ahead and lay those out and see what it looks like. All right, I've got all 12 boards cut out. 1, 2, 3 for each side, times 4 is 12 boards. And I've got them laid out on the table the way they're going to go. And we've got the outer frame, the inner frame, and the support piece. And the way this works is if this was the canvas, it goes right here. And it gets secured in the back, and then there's a little reveal here because the canvas is painted on the side, and it's flush with the top of the outer frame. So what I'm going to do now is glue these glue and screw these 3 boards together. I'll put some wood glue here and then screw it in. Then I'll screw this support board on. And I'll do that on all 4 sides. And then I will miter these corners to the correct size before I glue the 4 boards together, the 4 sides together. Before I glue and screw these boards together, I'm going to put a little bevel to give this frame a little pizzazz. So I'm going to try this 3/8 bevel bit on the router and see what it looks like. I'll do a test piece first. All right, I got the router table set up with the bit. Did a test piece and it looks good, so I'm going to go ahead and router these bevels. All right, I glued and screwed the 3 boards together, and you can see the screws here, here, and here. And then I simply cut them on a 45-degree angle on the miter saw. And I've got 20 inches from right here to right here where the picture fits in, and then 30 inches from here to this point right here for the 20 by 30 inch canvas. So now I'm going to glue the four corners together. The plan is to put glue in all four corners and then take this ratchet and strap I got from Harbor Freight and tighten it up. And hopefully that'll pull the four corners together. And if they'll be square, as long as my cuts were on a 45, but I'll take a square and double check it. All right, the strap worked great. I got really good joints on all four corners. It's nice and tight. The square fits in there perfectly. Now I'm gonna let that dry. And then I'll be back. Glue dried. I've released the strap tension. And there we have it. I will now put a coat of primer on it since this is going to be painted. But the 2x4 certainly made a nice frame. The painting fits in this slot right here. The painting's on the way here, so I'm going to put a coat of primer on and then we'll test fit the painting. Okay, the frame is finished. It's got a coat of primer on it. It's strong, it's square. The canvas fits right in. And the canvas is even with the outer edge. Now we just have to put a finish on it. My sis came down to visit and showed me some techniques for doing gold foil, silver aluminum foil, possibly a gold wax paint that will go in this reveal, and then maybe do a darker brown or black on the outside. We'll do a separate video on finishing the frame, and that's it. One frame, one great painting. Thanks for watching.